Okay. For this morning's practice, I wanted to share just like this little line from this book that my friend gave me. It's about finding our purpose, our dharma. And it says, we spend our lives making ourselves busy and filling time, not realizing that been given this time for a reason. And I think this reminder is that we only have a finite amount of time in this experience of being human, at least this time around, depending on your beliefs. And I think we get caught up in trying to get somewhere and we forget that the moment right in front of us is really all we have. And so our practice of yoga helps us to be as fully present and integrated as we can within the moment right in front of us. I think this idea of running to get somewhere else is something that we fall into quite easily. And we forget that to be human is to fully experience the moment, right? We have the gift of feelings and emotions and sensations, and our practice helps us connect more intimately to the feelings and the emotions, the sensations, which are really our anchor to the moment, yeah, as well as our breath. And so in our practice today, allowing the tools of pranayama, of breath, of mindful awareness, of sensation, um, of being in that place of noticing to really help us be connected to what we're doing right now, right? Giving ourselves that permission to set aside everything outside of the moment in front of us. And I think that in itself is a practice that takes time, and sometimes it's easier and sometimes it gets more challenging depending on what's happening in our lives around us. But for this morning, just allowing ourselves to be as present as possible, and to feel as much as possible. So we're going to start in a little seated meditation. Before we dive in, I will say I kind of tweaked my elbow a little bit yesterday, so we'll see how it goes. But in my class last night, I just verbally cued everything. So we'll see if down dogs and planks work well today. But go ahead and find your seated meditation. Maybe cross-legged seat or sitting on your shins or a block. And then allow yourself to close down the eyes so you can really tune into the experience of sensation. As you close down your eyes, starting from the base of your body, notice the sensation of your legs, making any adjustment to your legs. And start to move up into the sensation of your hips and your pelvis. Noticing the sensations and then making adjustments accordingly. And start to bring your awareness to your belly. Again, noticing sensation. And then continue to travel up your torso and the length of your spine. Making adjustments as you notice sensation. And continue up to your shoulders, maybe shrugging your shoulders up, back, and down. Again, noticing the sensations. And feel down the lengths of your arms, up through your neck, your throat, to the muscles, the sensations of your face, all the way to the crown of your head. And as you continue to notice and then make those final adjustments to your posture, then begin the process of deepening your breath. And as you start to deepen and expand each inhale, and lengthen out every exhale. Notice if the sensations that you were feeling before have shifted at all. And maybe start to also incorporate the subtle sounds around you, feeling your awareness grow a little bit wider to encompass more of the elements that create this moment, the present. In this present moment, what's present at the heart space and what's moving through the mind as well. Just noticing what's maybe trying to rise to the surface of your attention, of your awareness. And then always returning back to sensation and breath. This process of alternating between sensation and breath and thought and feeling. We are constantly returning and reconnecting to the present moment, but also making room to notice what we feel, to notice what the mind tries to bring forward, not forcing the mind to be quiet, making space for it to rise up to the surface, be acknowledged, before we return back to breath and sensation. And before we start to add our movement in, just taking a moment to pause and deep gratitude, deep appreciation for the time that we've been given. For this practice that helps us to connect more intimately to the present and helps us to really hold the time that we have at our hearts and to cherish each moment. And just with that gentle intention, that gentle commitment to connect to that experience as we move through our practice, let's bring one or both hands to the heart space. We'll just take one round of cleansing breath. So a really deep inhale through the nose to fill up all the way. And then an open mouth exhale to release. And we'll seal the lips and take a deep inhale through the nose. And this time we'll keep our lips sealed and exhale through the nose. Continue to breathe in and out of your nose, and then just take your time to slowly and gently start to release your hands and open your eyes. We're gonna start to make our way into our tabletop pose. So finding your way to all fours, bring your shoulders to stack over your wrists and your hips to stack over your knees. As you have your fingers spread nice and wide across the earth, start to inhale to your cow pose. Scoop your heart and tailbone up to the ceiling. Feel that experience, that sensation of opening the front line of your body. And slowly let your exhale take you into your cat pose. Tuck your tail, start to round your spine. Push the earth away. Allow your head to hang heavy. Just twice more, really slow with breath. Your inhale to open to the front line of your body. Your exhale to press the earth away and feel that opening at the back of your heart space. The last cycle here, big breath in, start to open up through your front line. Feel your rib cage pulling away from your pelvis, creating more space. Then exhale to press and round. As you start to come back to neutral, and you take a big breath in, start to tuck your toes underneath. As you exhale, just hover your knees a couple inches above the earth into your hovering tabletop. Reconnect to your Ujjayi breath, slow Ujjayi inhale through your nose. And slow Ujjayi exhale through your nose. And take one more big breath in. As we exhale, we'll press back to our first downward facing dog. Send your hips up high, relax your head. And take a moment to wander to the top of your yoga mat, slowly into your forward fold. As your feet find the top of your yoga mat, let your knees soften. Relax your head. Release your belly towards your thighs. Maybe add some movement into your forward fold, shifting forward, backwards, side to side. And allowing some softness to stay in your knees. Start to inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen out through your spine. As we exhale, we'll forward fold, release down to the earth. With softness in your knees, slowly roll up to standing. Let the back of your heart lead the way. Head will be last to lift as you find your way all the way up into your mountain pose. Maybe shrugging your shoulders up, back, and open. And then slowly inhale to circle, sweep your hands to the sky, reach up tall. And our exhale, soft knees, goddess your arms, elbows go wide as you open your chest. And inhale to reach up tall again, Urdhva Hastasana. And your exhale, forward fold, slowly hinge at your hips all the way down to the earth. And then inhale to lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. As we exhale, we're going to step our left foot to the back of our yoga mat, finding our low lunge. And then lower your left knee all the way down to the ground, Anjaneyasana. Use your inhale to lift your heart and hands. And then as we exhale, bring hands to heart center. Draw your front ribs back, and then breathing in, think heart to thumbs. On our exhale, we're going to twist our left elbow to the outside of our right thigh. As you find your prayer twist, think about turning your heart towards your thumbs. Slide your right shoulder back in space. Take one breath here. Do you root through your feet with an inhale, return to center, reach your hands to the sky. Then exhale your hands down to the earth to frame your right foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and lengthen both of your legs for your hamstring stretch. As you find your cat lunge, keeping your legs long, think inhale, heart reaches forward. As we exhale, let's fold towards our right thigh, dive your chest down. And twice more like that, inhale, lengthen halfway, both legs stay long. And exhale, fold towards your right thigh. And one more time, big breath in, lift halfway. And as you exhale, forward fold towards your right thigh. So as you breathe in, start to bend into your right knee. And with an out breath, step forward, forward fold, left foot meets your right. Inhale to lift up halfway through your torso. And exhale to release. With soft knees, start to roll up to standing just like before. The back of your heart is going to lead the way. Your head will be last to lift. Whenever you arrive at the top, shoulders shrug your chest open. Then inhale, circle, sweep your hands to the sky. On your exhale, soften your knees, goddess your arms opening across your heart. And breathe in to reach tall again. With exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. And then inhale, lift up halfway. On our out breath, our right foot's going to step back, this time finding second side. Release your right knee down to the ground. As you're ready, Anjaneyasana, breathe in to rise up. Use your out breath to draw your front ribs back and bring your hands to your heart center. And keeping your front ribs hugged in, think sternum to thumbs with your inhale. On exhalation, start to twist right elbow to the outside of your left thigh, finding your prayer twist. As you lengthen through your spine with your breath in, use that length to create more space to twist as you breathe out. Okay, take one steady in breath. And one slow out breath. Press down through your feet, breathing in, rise and reach through your center. And we'll exhale to our cat lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then lengthen through your legs. Keeping your legs long, inhale, extend your heart forward. Let your exhale dive you down towards your left thigh. And then just twice more with your breath, your inhale to extend. And your exhale to explore depth. And one more time here, we inhale to lengthen, feeling that sensation. And as we exhale and fold forward, we notice the shift in sensation. This time we'll inhale, bend into the front knee. As you exhale, again, step forward into your forward fold. Find a halfway lift with your breath. Then forward fold, release. Just like before, soften your knees and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Making your way to your mountain pose, taking your time to feel all the moments along the way. A shoulder shrug at the top, and inhale, circle sweep. On your out breath, goddess your arms, feel your shoulder blades lifting your heart to the sky. Then inhale, re-extend fingertips to the ceiling. We'll exit a forward fold, hinge at your hips. And take a big breath in to lift up halfway. On your breath out, start to bend into your knees, finding your chair pose. As you send your hips back and down, lengthen forward through your fingertips. Find length to the nape of your neck. Take another inhale, really scoot your sits bones back. Think about pressing your heels down and forward. And then open arm twist to the right. On your exhale, sweep your right hand down and back, turning your chest to the right side of the room. As you pause here for a breath, look down and notice if your left knee is sneaking forward. So you can slide your left knee back in line with your right, so your knees are nice and square. The twist is just through your waistline. With an in-breath, bring it back to center, right hand reaches forward. And exhale, second side, left hand's gonna sweep back as we twist the heart to the left. And again, notice if your right knee starts to sneak forward, can you slide the right knee back in line with the left? Core reactivates, heels are heavy. When you're ready, an inhale sweeps your left hand forward, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold, release. Take a halfway lift, big breath in. Step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat on exhale. Strong through your feet, slowly rise to your high crescent lunge. Let your breath lead you all the way up. And on breath out, hands come to heart center. Then inhale, heart to thumbs, crown of the head gets tall. As we exhale, we're gonna prayer twist, left elbow to the outside of our right thigh. So this time back knee is lifted unless you'd like to have your back knee on the earth. Then inhale, lengthen through your spine. On your exhale, rotate your heart towards your thumbs. Take one breath in. And one breath out. As we press through our feet, returning to high crescent, your inhale draws you all the way up. And with exhale, goddess your arms, elbows go wide. Breath in to reach to the ceiling. And with your breath out, bring your fingertips down to the earth. We're going to turn all 10 toes to the left and bend into the left knee for our side lunge. So you can stay high in your side lunge, or you can sink low and flex your right toes to the sky for Skandasana. So you decide. And take one slow in breath. And one slow, complete out breath. We're going to turn to face the back of our yoga mat. Okay, so we'll be framing through our left foot. You get strong through your legs, strong through your center. Root to rise, high crescent lunge, big breath in. Exhale will arrive your hands to heart center. Front ribs hugging in just like when we had the back knee down. And inhale, heart to thumbs. On your out breath, prayer twist your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Really pushing through your feet, create buoyancy through your body. And then use your next out breath to deepen your twist. Think about keeping buoyancy underneath your right hip. Strong through your left quad. Take one more breath. Using your inhale, drive down into the earth, high crescent lunge, unwind and rise. And exhale, goddess to your arms, open your heart. Breath in to reach to the sky. On your out breath, fall all the way down to the ground. And so to turn to your right, you're going to bend into your right knee, side lunge or skandasana. So again, you decide to stay high or to sink low and flex your left toes to the sky. Fill up with a deep inhale. And stay and slowly exhale that breath out. And we'll return to the top of our yoga mats, low lunge to face forward. And then step forward into your forward fold, left foot meets your right. Use your in-breath to lengthen halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, sinking down. Go ahead and reach up to your heart and hands, deep breath. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to lean into our right foot. As we lean into our right foot, get strong through your belly, start to come to left to be toes. Flamingo your left heel up and in. Then take a breath here, just feeling that experience of standing on your right foot. And engage with the back of your left leg. So you start to press through your right foot to step back into your high crescent lunge. Left toes will lightly land to the earth. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. Good. As we exhale, we're going to go ahead and find our open arm twist this time. So swing your right hand back, reach your left hand forward. If you find yourself in your twist, just like before, we inhale for lift and length. And we exhale to find depth. Keeping the twist, use an inhale to exalt your crescent, reach your left hand to the sky. And now on exhale, we're going to find our prayer twist, left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. As your palms or fingertips come together, inhale for length. And exhale, rinse and rotate deeper. Take one more big breath in. And one slow breath out. With your next inhale, go ahead and press through your feet, rise up through center, high crescent lunge. Just like before, we exhale, goddess arms. And inhale, reach tall. And exhale, hands to the earth. Turn all 10 toes to the left, bend into your left knee, side lunge or skandasana. Take one breath in. And one breath out. Now, whether you're in your side lunge or skandasana, we're going to start to turn towards the back of the room into a warrior two. So adjusting through your feet, rise all the way up. And give yourself a moment to settle in, adjusting your feet as needed. Allow your shoulders to soften away from your ears. Then notice if your heart's kind of turning forward. Can we turn the shoulders to square towards the long edge of our yoga mat? And then just turn the gaze over left fingertips. With a deep breath in, start to reverse your warrior, reach your left hand up and back. And then on your exhale, side angle pose, start to swim it forward and reach your right hand to the sky. Pausing here, wrap your left hip slightly underneath you, turn your sternum towards the ceiling, and then maybe extend your side angle, reach your right hand overhead. So you reach through your right fingertips, root through your right heel. Draw both your shoulders out of your ears. Take one more big breath in. And exhale, low lunge to the back of your yoga mat. You're turning to frame your left foot. Lean into your left foot. Right, step forward to your forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. We exhale to our chair pose, sinking into your seat. With the weight in your heels, bring your hands to heart center. Take one big breath in, begin to lean into your left foot. As you exhale, start to come to right tippy toes. When you're ready, flamingo your right heel up and in. And taking our time, find the breath here, noticing the sensations of this shape. Slow motion, high crescent lunge. Stretch your right toes to the back of your yoga mat. As your right toes release to the earth, big push, reach to the sky. An open arm twist to the left. So left hand's gonna swim backwards, right hand reaches forwards. And inhale for lift and length. And exhale for twist. We'll maintain the twist and start to inhale to exalt. Reach your right hand to the ceiling. To the front line of your right side, open up. And exhale, prayer twist. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Palms or fingertips come together, breathing in, lengthen. And exhale to rotate. Strong through your feet. Re-engage through your core. With an inhale, we press to rise up through our center, high crescent lunge. Exhale to goddess your arms. Right, maybe leaning a little bit further back this round. And inhale, reach to the ceiling. And exhale to dive down to the earth. Pivot your toes to the right, bend into your right knee. Side lunge or skandasana. Pause and find your inhale. And stay and patiently exhale that breath out. Turning towards the front of our yoga mat again, we're going into our warrior two. So set up your feet. And as you're ready, root to rise and bring yourself up. And take at least 1 or 2 breaths here just to find those little refinements. You're noticing if the torso is starting to twist forward and keeping the shoulders stacked right over our hips and just rotating through the gaze. Okay, stay committed to your nice deep lunge through your right thigh and inhale to reverse, reach your right hand up and back. When you're ready, your exhale is going to take you forward into side angle pose, trying to keep all that space to your right side you just created. Good. Plug your right thigh bone into your pelvis, but keep your knees stacked over your ankle. And start to rotate your heart open to the sky. As we ground to the outside edge of our left foot and through our left heel, maybe extend your side angle. Left hand reaching overhead. A nice big breath in. And exhale, low lunge to frame your right foot. Stepping forward to our forward fold, left foot joins the right. Then inhale to lift up halfway. And your exhale, forward fold release. Softness through your knees. We're going to roll all the way up to standing. Back of the heart will lead. Tailbone is heavy. Whenever you arrive to the top, those shoulders start to open through your chest. Inhale, circle, sweeps the hands high. Exhale, hands to heart center, chair pose. This doesn't need to be your deepest chair pose yet. We're gonna get deeper in a moment. Take a moment here though, just to feel again the experience of the shapes and the sensations moving through. So we have the shape of the angle of our legs. We have the shape of the angle of our spine. We have the shape of our arms. And can we soften through the face, take a big breath in. And exhale, prayer twist, left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. So now maybe bending a little bit deeper into your knees so you can hook across. If elbow doesn't reach to the outside of your thigh, you can always hover. Look down to the ground, start to lean your energy to your right foot. So you can come to left to be toes. Really press to your right foot to pull navel to spine so your core is strong. And start to flamingo your left heel up and in. Take a moment, take a breath. And see how slowly you can step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. So you're in your prayer twisted lunge. And once you arrive, again, inhale, lengthen. And exhale to rotate. Maybe spread your wings open here. And then making our way into that open arm twist. If your wings are open, your arms are already as they need to be. We're going to rise up, reaching right hand to the back of the room. The left hand goes forward. Big breath in, keep the twist and exalt. Reach your left hand to the sky. As we exhale, we're going to windmill down into our low lunge. All 10 toes turn to the left. We bend into our left knee for side lunge or skandasana. Offer your body a big breath in. And that slow, steady exhale out. Turning to the back, warrior to the back of your yoga mat. As you find your roots, rise all the way up. But finding your way into depth, we're going to inhale to reverse. Reach your left hand to the ceiling. Yeah, and then exhale, side angle. Maybe extended side angle right away. Find one big breath in, strong and intentional through the right thigh. As you exhale, shoulders out of ears. Okay. With an inhale, reverse your triangle this time. Let your left leg lengthen, lean all the way up and back. Then exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana, keeping your legs long. Draw your hips towards the front of your yoga mat, and as you reach to the back of the room, find that biggest reach first. So go as far forward as you can, and then allow your arms to tick-tock with you. One breath in. And one breath out. Okay, our right hand's gonna reach overhead, so we're in an extended triangle. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Diving down, turn all 10 toes at the long edge of your yoga mat. As you fold forward, take a breath. And inhale to lift up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Twice more like that, just like we did at the beginning. We inhale, find length. And exhale, find depth. Last time here, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Okay, from here, we're going to turn to the back of our yoga mat once again. So all 10 toes turning to the back to frame the left foot. Lean into your left foot, step forward, forward fold. Use an inhale to lift up halfway, resetting through your spine. And exhale to release. Soften your knees and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Just like before, taking as much time as you need to find your way to the top. A shoulder shrug as you arrive. We'll inhale, hands to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart, chair pose, Utkatasana. Again, feeling into the shape from the earth up, we feel the sensation of our feet. We feel the relationship of knees over ankles. We feel our sits bones reaching back and down. We feel the engagement of our bellies. We feel our shoulder blades drawing together to open to the chest. And then we lengthen through the nape of our neck and the front of our throat, extending through the crown of the head. Big breath in. Exhale, prayer twisting to the left. Turn your heart to the left. Right elbow is going to hook to the outside of your left thigh. As you draw your front ribs in, lean into your left foot. Come to your right tippy toes. Then looking at the ground could be really helpful. When you're ready, flamingo your right heel up. Take a slow breath in. Slow exhale. Start to press through your left foot to send your right toes back into your prayer twisted lunge. Right, resetting, adjusting as needed. Make your way into your twist. Maybe start to spread your wings open. Okay, headed to our open arm twist, nice and upright through the torso. We're gonna press to the feet. As we rise, left hand's reaching to the back, right hand to the front. And keeping your twist, inhale to exalt, right hand reaches overhead. Then exhale, windmill down into your low lunge. Turn all 10 toes to the right and bend into your right knee, side lunge or skandasana. We take our breath of reset, we inhale together. Maybe an open mouth exhale out. And start to turn to your right, finding your way into your warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2 will rise all the way up. Deep breath in, reverse your warrior, send your right hand up and back. And exhale to side angle, maybe all the way into your extended side angle. Find an inhale. And stay as you exhale. Begin to press to your right foot. We'll breathe in to reverse our triangle. Right leg lengthens with us this time. On your out breath, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Little micro bend to the front knee. And as we bump our hips back, we're trying to lengthen forward, forward, forward as far as we can first. And then we'll tip into our triangle pose. Right thigh bone plugs into the pelvis. And we take a breath here. Maybe start to send your left hand overhead for your extended triangle pose. One breath in. And one breath out. Left hand will lead us into our wide-legged forward fold, so circle sweeping down to center, all 10 toes turn to the long edge. Take an inhale to lift up halfway. A little different this time. As we exhale, we're gonna bring the heels in and find our goddess squat, hands to thighs. Breathing in, puff up through your heart. As you exhale, dip your left shoulder to the center, twist over your right. So letting your left shoulder dip in, think about looking over your right shoulder towards the ceiling. And taking your time, listen for an in-breath to bring you back to center. Exhale to second side, our right shoulder is gonna dip in, look over through your left shoulder. Give that an extra moment. With an inhale, bring it through center. As we exhale, forward fold, toes to the long edge, hinge at your hips. Then we're gonna rotate to the right, to the front of our yoga mat, low lunge to face forward. Step forward to your forward fold, left foot meets your right. Inhale to lift up halfway. As we exhale, forward fold, release. Soft knees, heavy head, heavy tailbone, roll up to standing just like we've been doing. Once you rise to the top, shoulders shrug to open. Then inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, hands to heart. So to lean into your right foot, one-legged mountain pose, use your belly strength to lift your left knee up. Take a moment here just to reconnect to your Ujjayi breath. So really intentional inhale through your nose. Slow and steady exhale through your nose. Option to stay here. Otherwise, headed to our figure four, left ankle stacks on your right thigh. Begin to bend into your right knee. Start by sending your pelvis backwards first, and then sink into depth. Okay. Finding your figure four, flex to your left ankle. Think about keeping buoyancy through your left booty cheek. And then with your left hip nice and lifted, square with your right. Left knee is pressing down in opposition. I'm going to take one more breath here. And then no rush. As you're ready, press through your right foot, re-engage through center. We'll inhale to rise and reach tall. Maybe extend your left foot forward to the front of the room. Think about pressing down through your right foot to lift through your left toes. One more breath in. And exhale to step your left foot to the earth. Hands to heart center. Maybe sway a little side to side, shifting back and forth between left and right foot. Take an inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, we let it go. We'll shift into our left foot, same thing, second side. As you're ready, use the strength of your belly to lift your right knee up. And feeling the contact between the sole of your left foot and the earth. Feel your left toes lightly rooted to the ground. Take a breath in. And then when you're ready, figure four, right ankle on your left thigh. As you start to bend your left knee, send your hips all the way back as far as you can first. And then begin to bend into your left knee. Near figure four, again, finding a lift through your right glute, then downward energy through your right knee. And always take your hands to your hips as well to notice if your right hip is sinking. So trying to square the hips as much as possible. And then we open the right knee from there. Stretching your sits bones back for one more cycle of breath. Before you transition, right, feel into your left foot. Engage through your core. Listening for your breath. And inhale is going to bring you to stand tall. Maybe as you exhale, you extend your right leg forward. Push down through your left foot to lift through your right toes. Deep breath in. On breath out, release your right foot to the earth. Hands to heart. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe sway side to side. We'll breathe in through the nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. And inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, big breath in. Then as you breathe out, step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. I'm going to lower the left knee to the ground. And then start to walk your right foot over to the right for your lizard lunge. So right foot is nice and wide. And then let's rotate our right toes actively to the right today. So externally rotating to the right thigh bone, right toes turn to the right. You can stay lifted on your hands or you can lower down to your forearms. We're just starting to open the hips a little bit before we go into our half pigeon here. If you want to peel onto the outside edge of your right foot, you can do so. So maybe right big toe lifts off the ground, around the pinky edge of your right foot. If you want to bend your left heel towards your seat, you can do like a little hamstring curl action. If you wanted to add in your twist, again, you can reach your right hand back towards or maybe to your left foot. And find 2 more cycles of breath. And from your lizard lunge, you're going to start to unwind. And we're going to shift back first into a little wide half split. So turning your right toes forward. Keep your right foot wide in that kind of lizard position. And start to lengthen out your right leg, sending your hips back in space. Fingertips or hands to yoga blocks. Flex your right toes to the sky. And then think about the length of your spine. So think heart and tailbone scoop up like your cow pose. Take one breath in. And one breath out. Okay, from here, we're going to bend into our front knee again and walk our right foot across for half pigeon. So just kind of heel toe your right foot across the top of your yoga mat. As you bring your right shin bone down to the earth. I like to tuck my back toes first to help square my left hip forward. And then if you want to, you can untuck the back toes. Good. With your hips energetically squaring to the front of your yoga mat, inhale to lift through your heart. As you exhale, option to fold forward any amount. We're going to be here about 5 cycles of breath. If you wanted to reincorporate the prayer twist, you can take your left elbow out in front of you, about to the center of your yoga mat, and then find that same prayer twist turning towards the right side of the room. Making sure your right ankle is flexed and you're pressing down through your right shin bone. Whatever shape you're in, shoulders slide out of your ears. Take 2 to 3 more breaths. Okay, from here, as you're ready, starting to press the earth away and rise up. You can choose how you make your way to second side. So one option is to reach your right leg up and back through your 3-legged dog, maybe find some hip circles. The other option is just to push into your hands, shift back into a tabletop pose, move your hips a little side to side. And then we're going to meet with our left foot to the outside of our left hand for our lizard lunge. So I'm just avoiding down dogs and planks today, but feel free to add in that down dog moment. And eventually your left foot's going to step to the outside of your left hand, however you want to get it there. We're going to turn our left toes to the left. Finding a pretty big external rotation today if that's available in your hip. And then once you have that big external rotation again, you can let the left big toe peel off the ground if you want to. Maybe you stay on your hands, maybe you drop down to your forearms. You have the option for the hamstring curl of right heel to your seat. And then you get to decide if you stay square, pulling your heart forward, or if you'd like to swim your left hand back for your twist. We'll find 2 rounds of breath, whatever variation of lizard you're deciding to work with. When you're ready to check in with your slightly wide half splits, we'll start to climb back up to your hands, left foot staying on the outside of our left hand. And as we start to shift our pelvis back in space, the left leg will go long. I usually walk my hands back with me a little bit, and then flex your left toes. Think heart and tailbone are lifting to the sky. And then gently anchor your left heel down into the ground and think about dragging your left heel back. Look with a full inhale. Stay as you exhale. And then start to bend into your left knee. And walk your left foot across for your half pigeon. I'm gonna tuck the back toes first to help square my right hip forward. Second side might feel different than the first, so making any adjustments there. Then a big breath in to lengthen through your rib cage. And as we exhale, we can decide if we want to stay lifted or if we'd like to lower down. On this side, if you're choosing to add the prayer twist in for a breath or a couple cycles of breath, right elbow's going out in front of you to about the center of your yoga mat. And then you'll bring your palms together and twist to the left side of the room. Making sure that you're anchored to the left shin bone, shoulders out of ears. We breathe. If you choose the prayer twist option, just know that you don't have to stay there the whole time. It's pretty sensational. We're going to be here for about 3 more cycles of breath. And as you start to feel complete in your pigeon, we're going to be making our way to the back of the body. So again, if you want to press up to your hands and move through like a three-legged dog, maybe some hip circles, feel free to do so. Otherwise, if you want to just follow along with me, I'm going to press into my hands and then lean to my left glute and bring both my legs out in front of me. So you choose your transition. And then lowering down to the earth, let's use our core if you'd like to join. Strong through your belly, anchor your heels into the ground. Sitting up tall, reach tall, take a big breath in. As you exhale at the strength of your center, lower you slowly all the way to the back of your body. See if you can keep your heels grounded throughout that entire transition as you descend all the way to the earth. Once you arrive to your back body, take a full body stretch, big breath in. And then draw your right knee to your chest, exhale. Breathe into that connection between belly and thigh. And on your breath out, supine twist, let your right knee just fall across you to the left. An optional add-on here, if you want to, is to bend your left heel towards your seat, so bottom leg bends. Maybe your right hand reaches down to catch your left foot. Sometimes you have to lift your head and shoulders to create that connection. Then you can relax back to the earth. Take 2 deep breaths. You're ready to release, no rush, just eventually release your left leg long if you have that connection. Roll onto your back body. Right knee's gonna draw to right shoulder again. Bring your left hand to the front of your left hip. Just let your right knee go wide. So it's kind of like a modified half happy baby. Deep breath in. On your exhale, release your right leg long and draw your left knee to your left shoulder. Side to torso, take your inhale. And exhale, supine twist. If you'd like to, bend your right heel to your seat, left hand reaches back to catch your right foot. And then rotate your heart open to the sky. Unclench your teeth and soften the space across your forehead as you find 2 deep breaths. Making our way to that modified half happy baby, right leg releases long. As you roll to your back body, left hand's gonna catch the front of your left knee. Right hand anchors your right hip down to the earth, and then just let your left knee fall open wide. 1 breath down into your left hip. And then as you exhale, release your left leg long. Take 1 more full body stretch, big breath in. As we exhale, we're gonna draw knees to chest. Curl your nose up to your knees. Tucking into your cannonball shape, big breath in. Our last shape before Shavasana will be Supta Baddha Konasana, your supine butterfly. So as your feet come to the earth, bring the soles of your feet together, knees fall open wide. Maybe place 1 hand to your belly and 1 hand to your heart. And closing down your eyes, taking a couple 3-part breaths. We're gonna inhale to belly, rib cage, and chest. And exhale from the top down. Exhale through your heart space. rib cage, and belly. And 2 more cycles like that. Breathe into your belly. Fill your rib cage and your chest. And exhale, chest, rib cage, and belly. The last cycle here, inhale to your belly, rib cage, and chest. And exhale, chest, rib cage, and belly. You can stay here for as long as you'd like. Otherwise, as you're ready, just slowly start to send your arms and legs long, finding your way into Shavasana. If you wanted to take a little windshield wiper first or any final shape or movement, feel free to add that in. And allow your eyes to close as you start to settle into stillness. Maybe noticing if the moment that you find stillness, your mind is ready to wander. And we can remind ourselves that the present moment is all that we truly have. That we can give ourselves permission to sink into it, to cherish it, to connect more intimately to the present moment through sensation and breath. So as you sink in, as you drop in, just noticing that experience, that sensation of the earth rising up to receive you. As you soften and surrender into that embrace, maybe take one more deep breath through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. You have a little bit more space in your morning. Maybe you stay exactly as you are, allowing yourself to continue to rest and to notice. If you're ready to close your practice, just bring one or both hands to your heart space. We'll close our practice from the support of the earth today. As we tune in to body and breath, just feeling the rise and fall with each inhale, each exhale. Feeling the beat of your heart in your chest. And the sensation of the earth holding you up. You pause in gratitude for this time that we got to share, the energy that we cultivated, the connection that we created through our practice. So in gratitude of the practice of yoga and deep appreciation of our bodies and our breath, we'll take a deep inhale through the nose. When you're ready, cleansing exhale, release that breath out. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. May our practices serve as our teachers, leading us to live with authenticity and to love deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for showing up today and taking this time. Namaste.